So here we have a collective message for you all, and let's find out what source has in store for us today. So I'm being shown a feminine energy. My intuition is telling me that this reading is for a feminine who has gone through a lot and has increased empathy for her own self. Okay? It seems to me that in your case, something nasty or someone passive aggressive. So I can sense an energy around you of a person who did you wrong. Someone who did you wrong, someone who hurt you. Obviously, that person built karma for themselves also, but someone did you wrong and gave a very bad taste of the whole experience to you. I mean, when you talked with that person or when you were with that person in that person's energetic periphery, that person made you feel special each time. I'm not going to focus so much on the karmic debt that they have to pay, okay? Because this person is an aware person. When you're an aware person, then knowingly you should not be hurting people. Knowingly you should not be making them feel bad, making them feel a sense of guilt for no reason, punishing for no reason. Although after meeting you, they did start believing in soul connections more deeply. But this reading is telling me that this was also a part of a karmic lesson, but it was more about you, about your ascension, about you figuring things out, and about you building up a thick skin, a strong skin, because you cannot be treated this way for the rest of your life, again and again, again and again, again and again, repeatedly. So whosoever this person was or is around you in your energy field, this is a catalyst. And sometimes we need catalyst because catalyst can give us a strong push. And they do so by treating us bad. They do so by disrespecting our boundaries, by disrespecting our time, by disrespecting our essence and our presence, and by showing us some kind of false hope and portraying like an image or a picture or like a movie clip, like a trailer they show to you. The trailer is very nice. In a very short period of time, in a very small time frame, they're going to make you feel. Usually catalysts do this. They make you feel like you're so important for them. They want to make you feel like you're top of the world kind of a person, or you are on a very high pedestal for them. But they do it knowingly, because when they hurt you, when they bring you down, and they know that you're going to crash down, because this person knowingly did certain things to you. Like they knew that if I'm gonna behave this way and in this manner, it's going to really hurt this person. The other person is really bad, emotionally it's gonna damage them. It can have a bad impact on them. But you being you have gone through so much. You have to be the most loyal to yourself. You already knew it, but you needed like a big push this time so that you could clear your karma. And let me tell you, you can always, anytime, try this out. Please try this out if you want to. You can clear your karma simply by forgiving the people who have hurt you. I know it sounds very difficult. A lot of people have told me that I cannot forgive, and in my personal journey also, certain times I felt that it was so hard to forgive some people because of the way they have acted or because of the way they have behaved. It's like, oh my God, how can anyone do this? Really, how can anyone do this? How easy it is for some people to hurt others, to trample on their feelings, to emotionally abuse them. How easy it is for them. But if we don't forgive them, we cannot release our karma. Okay? Now, in order to release our karma, they say that when you're on planet Earth, everything looks very tough. Like when you're in a negative situation, the dark night of the soul phase is also given to you for the same purpose, because when you're in a situation where you feel stuck, it looks like very difficult. It looks like a very difficult situation to deal with. It looks like a mountain of a task. If you read out of body experiences of people, or if you listen to hypnosis sessions of people who had crossed over and they're talking about previous lives, you can watch a lot of content. Is out there on PLR, and you will find out that when a person is in that life, they feel it's a challenge, it's very difficult. But when they're out of it, when they're back being a spirit, or they're in that center point, they feel very light, and they look at that life as it was not a big deal. Whatever happened to them was not a big deal, and it was all easy. It could be done. It was just a play. It was so simple. And forgiveness was actually the best thing to do. Like, forgiveness actually clears your own karma. So here I do sense a strong feminine energy, a female body, but this person has both masculine and feminine energy. It's a twin flame energy that I sense, a star seed potential also, and a very experienced soul. So maybe they've been through these type of relationship multiple times, where they were in good terms with the person, and they were being given a lot of rosy images, a lot of rosy stories were given to them. But when the time for action came, the other person simply ran away, discarded them, left them behind, chose someone else over them. A whole bunch of things were given to them, and each time it happened, it took them a while, because each time it happened, they were into a dark night of the soul. But now, as per this channeling, as per this reading, I can sense that whosoever this person is, they have become very thick-skinned, and they've forgiven that person, or forgiven others also, because they realize that they don't need to carry all this. They don't need to take this personally. It is their problem, the other person's problem. The other person is not healed. The other person needs to work on themselves. The other person is going through issues of their own, and they are simply not capable. They're not strong, or they're not a vibrational match. So what are they going to do? They're going to act out whatever they are. And the person I'm channeling is done taking other people's garbage into their life, or carrying the garbage, because some of the things come from past lives also. Some of the relationships that you have, you're not able to let go of those people. You're not able to move on from those people, because maybe you were born with them in a certain life, and from that particular past life, this is the only person you have as a connect. So when you lose that person, you feel bad. It could be any other planet, it could be any other galaxy. And I know this works because, personally speaking, I know some people who I have never met. In physical reality, I have never met those people, but we have been talking for years now, and we have such a strong connection, and these are spiritual people. These are very spiritual people. One of the person, I'm giving this example so that a lot of you can actually get inspired to understand that many connections are not purely physical. Some of the connections are so esoteric, but they're so full of love. Like, I have a brother, a soul connection again. Many years back, he sent me a Facebook request, and when I got the request, I was a bit shocked, because this is like a person who's a sannyasi who's sending me a request. I would also be inviting him on this channel very soon. We've been talking about it, and he's on a very big mission in Africa. He's doing really well, and this person, he always connects with me when I'm going through a very difficult time, like always. At least 2 such situations where I was very much aware that he just popped up. Suddenly he messaged me, or suddenly he wrote to me, and he asked me, what's going on? Are you good? And I was going through something, and I was not able to find a solution. So sometimes we have such past life connections, or we have been in other galaxies with those people before coming to Earth, or we probably are having a very similar mission on Earth, and maybe in future we'll definitely meet those people. Some of the connections you'll meet, if they're a very pure connection, you'll definitely meet. Okay, but there are also connections where maybe you don't have a future and you've just met them because you have to clear your past life karma. In the past life, maybe you had not forgiven that person for something. Maybe you had a fight, maybe there was a lie, maybe there was a scandal, maybe there was something which was so difficult for you to let go that you carried it through in this new life also. So you gotta let go of those people. And as a lot of you would know, that Earth split into a new age Earth in 2020, which is also the reason why you're seeing so many people who are ascending and so much of energetic, technological progress and rise of feminine energy also. The reason behind is the splitting of Earth into a new age Earth. Otherwise, if you want to understand this concept, you can get into therapies with me. You can get into chakra alignment therapy, which is a very deep, intense therapy, and it goes on for long. It has 7 sessions, and usually when we do 4 sessions, 3 sessions also, they also go on for like minimum 2 months, 2.5 months is for 3 sessions. For 4 sessions, I've seen this, they go on for at least 4 months. If not, maybe 3 also in some cases when the energies are working faster. But chakra therapy goes on for a while. So in these therapies, we sense a lot of energetic shifts, a lot of energetic movement. We can work through these intense information that uplift us. Now, when I look at the energy of this person, I've been given, when I think of love, I think of you. So whosoever this person is, they do see you as an embodiment of love. Now there are 2 things that are going to happen with this person. Number 1 is that either you're going to grow immensely, and that's their role. Even this person was probably sent to you for your own healing. Maybe you're going through something, and in the past life they had taken help from you, or you had selflessly helped them out with something which had shifted them into a higher frequency. So to repay you, this person is probably sent back to you. Okay, but there are different ways of doing so. It's a soul contract, it's an activated soul contract, but there are different ways. Sometimes we go through difficult situations with people to grow. Sometimes they just simply support us and love us. Sometimes it's like 2 people growing together. So I sense the beautiful person energy. I also sense tiger energy as the animal spirit, which is like a very powerful energy. It's a very healing energy. You feel like an oddball at times, as if you are a weird or a strange person. But there is good news related to this, because it's good to be weird, it's good to be different, it's good to be unique. You can definitely create love in your life. What a beautiful card. I'm also being shown that all of this is happening to you so that you can be a clean slate, because in this life you're not meant to carry so much baggage anymore. Like for some time you carried the baggage, but now that time is over, that time is gone. So you have to be very careful of who you're going to spend your time with. If it is spontaneous relationship, if it is organic relationship, then it's okay, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're making too much effort to sustain it, too much effort to build it up, then maybe you need to go through it once again from make a list and go through the list and understand what are you looking for from this person. Unsupportive family members or friends is also a karmic lesson. It's a very valuable lesson. This could be a life-altering information for you, because many a times we do think that maybe there is no such thing as past life, maybe there is no such thing as karma, maybe there is no such thing as healing also. Maybe life is just going on and on and on unnecessarily. Life is interesting, and you can understand this by just simply looking at the people who cross over, people who die. Every day so many people die, and every day so many new lives come to earth. Where are they coming from and where are they going? So many people you have known in your life, they died and they just vanished into thin air. You could have met them, you could have spoken to them, maybe it was a close person also. We have all lost someone or the other, and few days back, before their death, they are with us, and after they die, they're suddenly gone, leaving a void that has to be understood well. And that void actually also teaches us that nothing really is real. Like, a lot of stuff is an illusion. Reality is an illusion. You could be wondering, you could be thinking that why did you have to go through all of this? Okay, I'm being shown that you did take it very personally. For some of you people, this is actually a validation message, because some of you could have already healed this, but you are thinking in your head like, why did I go through this whole thing? Or you could be thinking about it, like introspecting or retrospecting about it. So this is the reason why this channeling has popped up in front of you. Nothing happens by coincidence. If you're here, then you definitely are here for a reason. And your time is valuable, your time is precious, especially if you are doing inner work and ascension. Every day counts, every message counts, everything you do counts. So you got to be in awareness, and you got to actually learn to enjoy this whole thing. And that's why some of these catalysts are sent to you just in time, just in the perfect time, so that they shake you up. They shake you up and they make you realize that you're so independent, you're so awesome, you're so amazing. You don't need all of this drama in your life. Someone did wrong to you. They maybe made you go through a tower moment, okay? And the tower moment is actually divine intervention also. It looks like a negative card, but it's not, because even if you have even this much of distortion or karmic template, you gotta heal this, you gotta clear this. So they may have posed as a lover, but they gave you a heartbreak. They may have posed as someone, but they walked away from you. They may have said something very big. I think if I pick on the energy, this person said something very big to you which no one had said before. No one had said those words to you. And when they said those words to you, you were so happy. You felt so healed, because you were like, no one has ever said this to me. They may not have done anything. They may not have in action done anything for you, but they said those words. And just because they said those things, you got attached to this person deeply. Okay, and the attachment happened really fast. It was very fast movement. Okay, so interestingly, this person could be under some addictions, and this person obviously acted in a way that was completely opposite of what they said. Okay, so that is the reason why, the major reason why you got a heartbreak. But because you are a very smart and mature individual, you are doing your inner work, you're in ascension process, and you have reached to a certain stage in your journey that you don't want to get affected by this. You're going to find a way no matter what. So you decided to introspect through it, you decided to work through it, and you tried to understand, like, why did this happen in the first place? And this person, what is the reason of their existence in your life, in your energy periphery? And you found out that you probably wanted to hear those words, and you wanted to feel in your heart those feelings that those words generated in you. Maybe it was the need of love or support, or someone asking you how you doing, someone asking you how you managing, someone asking you, or simply saying something to you. Even though they didn't do anything, physically they didn't do anything for you, but just by saying those things, it triggered you when they treated you bad. When the same person treated you bad, broke your heart, and maybe you did cry about it, or maybe you did like had a sleepless night. And I really don't like such people who give other people sleepless nights, like they promise big shit. And when people are in the ascension journey, they're very sensitive. They're empaths, and they're sensitive, and sometimes they fall for these words. The person who is doing this doesn't realize that they are creating karmic debt for them. They're creating unnecessary karma by making these false promises. It could even be a self-inflicted punishment, a phase of guilt, a phase of regret. So maybe through you, they could also learn a lesson. Maybe through you, they would also have an awakening. It's like a give and take thing. Like, they help you awaken, they help you generate better energies, or reach to your potential, to reach to your power. And you will also probably help them realize, because in this case, you're going to detach very fast. You have already maybe detached as I'm saying all these things, or you could be in the process of detachment. You could be thinking, because you feel that with all of this drama, how to deal with this drama, Wow, someone's screaming right now. Because you feel that with all of this drama, you've actually reached the finish point. Like you don't have any more patience left to deal with these type of people or this type of behavior pattern. So technically speaking, it is actually your time to break through the illusion. Break through the illusion and wheel of fortune. Change your destiny. Move to the new earth. Move to your new earth. If you have listened to my previous channeling, I have mentioned that everybody is actually representing an earth. Every single person represent earth. Every single person. And I mentioned this in one of my channelings. I think a couple of channelings I have spoken about this. But I have so many videos. There's so much content out there. It's as per your resonance, whichever you pick up at that point in time. That I don't remember exactly where all I have said those things. But I was given this as a download, as a very clear download, because I also do astrology. So I was told one day that the reason why you see all the other planets but you don't see Earth in your chart is because every single person who's looking at the chart is the representation of Earth. So you are your own Earth, you are your own ecosystem, and you are creating your own sort of reality over here. You are a reality producing machine. And if you've ever heard Bashar's videos, like he used to do all this stuff long time back, he has mentioned this also, but in a different way. Like in his own style, he mentioned that there are so many people and you can swap into different types of earths. So maybe what he's trying to say is that people can tap into other people's earth frequency, and sometimes this is why so much drama happens. And many a times in the ascension journey, you also ascend because of that, because someone who resonates with your energy can actually help you uplift by giving the right information, by giving you the right type of love and support, and by extending a helping hand and giving you hand holding in their own unique way. Everybody can do this actually, and I'm sure you're gonna do this too. You're gonna spread love everywhere you go. Once you're healed, once you are in healed energies, once you're in victory energies, you're definitely going to do this. Now with this person also, this person is not giving you the love that they probably projected. Sometimes people don't even say a lot of things, but the way they act, the way they treat you, they make you feel like you are so special, and then they suddenly pull the plug out. They suddenly move away. That's because they have their own trauma to deal with. They are suffering mentally, emotionally, and they have a lot of attachment issues, and they are either going to attach with very toxic people too soon, too quick. But when it comes to attaching themselves with a healed person, that ego of getting sympathy, getting pity, the ego which tells them that you gotta suffer. If you're gonna suffer, you're a good person. A lot of people suffer because they have been programmed in childhood, or somehow they were given this message. Choosing the karmic templates or karmic relationships, they are also kind of purposely suffering sometimes, and they like to hurt the feminine. So usually they are the feminine energy. I mean here it's not the female. The feminine energy is more emotional, whether a male possesses it or a female possesses it. Whosoever has it in a higher degree, more than required, they're going to have emotional issues. That's why we say that Twin Flame Ascension journey is about balance. It's about coming to the center, coming to the middle path, not being an extremist, and remembering God all the time, remembering Source every time. I think solar plexus chant is really the most wonderful thing that twin flames can try out, because it really does work wonders. Okay, so this person has got certain addiction patterns, and it could be possible that you are in their life to show it to them. You're in their life to help them understand their addiction patterns and then be able to release it. Okay, so obviously your destiny is going to change from this point onwards. If it was stuck, if something was stuck, maybe financially, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally, it's gonna go into really good space, like really good space. You're gonna heal immensely from this. So you could have an activated soul contract with this person, and when you forgive this person fully, when you let go of whatever they did to you, whatever emotional damage they put you through, because the lesson is more important, what you've gained from that damage is more important, the confidence you have now, the understanding you have now is more important. So you would actually feel a lot of deep sense of gratitude for this person for even hurting you, and forgiveness feels really nice. Like when you practice it, you don't have to go to that person, you don't have to make a call, you don't have to message that person, you just have to mentally let go, like let it go fully. So whosoever resonates with this, you're either trying this out, you've already tried this out, or maybe you're just looking for a sign. You have developed better boundaries now. You have become very strong now. You are more strong. You're vulnerable and you're strong. So your vulnerability is towards you. Like you have probably had a self-talk after this. You became your own best friend and you spoke about this. Maybe you cried to God. Maybe you cried to yourself. You didn't go to anyone. You didn't go to anyone. You didn't talk about this to anyone. Even if you wanted to, even if you felt like, you never spoke about this to anyone. You talked to your own self and you developed the right kind of strength in your core. The best part is that this whole experience has actually taught you a lot about your own self. You got to know your own self so much better this time with this experience, with this catalyst, that it's like so amazing. You're awestruck by it. Like you're like, wow, you never thought this way. Or if it is still not happened to you, this is the progression that is being shown to me. This person did wrong to you, no doubt, but then it has given you a lot of reasons to actually be happy. It brought the death of something which was not visible to you. So now you can see it. Now you know that this is dead. I don't need to keep it. And I gotta bury it, or I gotta cremate it, or I gotta just let it go. But I don't need to keep this attitude. I don't need to keep this codependency with me. I don't need this in my life. So you gotta know yourself so much better this time around. Like, I don't have words to express this energy because this feels so good even as I'm channeling it. This actually saved your soul from a lot of pain. Like if you would have gotten attached, if you would not have learned to detach from this person, you would have gone through a lot, because this person is in so much pain, whosoever it is, in so much pain that they don't understand, they don't realize that their actions or their behavior or their sudden change, sudden dropping you off like a heartbreak is actually very painful, but they don't realize it because they are themselves in so much pain that they could be trying to protect themselves. They are so scared. This person is so fearful right now, so full of fear, that they don't have the confidence right now to let go of their fear. So when they see you, they are like, oh my God, this person is so good. If this person's gonna leave me later on, if this person's gonna reject me later on, if this person's gonna give me a heartbreak later on, I would not be able to handle it. So better to give this person a heartbreak, or better to treat this person in certain way. They may not even be intentionally doing it, but like in some cases, yes, I can sense that they intentionally did it, but in some cases they did not do it intentionally. They were just trying to protect themselves. But I do see, for some reason, this card comes up twice, like in the same reading, because I shuffled and it came again. This person is feeling regret, and it could be possible because you've detached yourself from this person. And let me tell you, this is how it works. As soon as you detach from those people who have hurt you, they also go through a process. They also go through an energetic shift. We may or may not realize it. In some cases, we don't realize it because they have maybe taken a very big step by then. They're already trapped in whatever they did, but they do energetically shift. And this is the reason why also a lot of people get apologies suddenly out of the blue when they're not expecting. They get apologies suddenly out of the blue. They get some messages suddenly out of the blue. Their past lovers or some past relative, best friend, or somebody who had a very bad experience, with them. Like they both had bad experience, I can say. Or maybe they hurt you, but for them also it was like a negative experience. They suddenly pop up, they suddenly show up, and they say, I'm very sorry for what I did, and what can we do about it right now? But you know that you have at that time, when they contact you or when they message you or when they call you or whatever, they meet you in person, you have already moved on a lot. You have reached to a level like God saved you and God healed you and God protects you so well, and God made sure that when that person comes back to you, you are in real stable energies, so you don't get affected by them, you don't get sucked into that energy again until and unless that person has not fully healed, which is the second possibility. If that person fully heals, they will work on themselves and they will shift and they will change and they will be a better person. But for that also, you have to watch, you have to observe, and you have to have really clear boundaries, and they have to learn to respect your boundaries. I mean, I'm not saying it's a hard and fast rule, because when you move on from that energy, when you detach from that energy, the path is very clear to you. Whether you want them around or you don't want them around, or what is the purpose of them being around you, it could be because you would have a mission together. Because I'm not doing this channeling for normal 3D people, and I'm not saying they're inferior, because 3D people right now, those who are in deep samsaric reality, they will not even get attracted to all this. Even if we go and talk to them about certain things, they will be like, I don't have any interest in this. So if you resonate with this, then you're definitely going to do a mission in life. Then definitely you're here to heal generational curses. Then definitely you're here to heal your ancestral curses. You are here to put the stop to the curses. The curses are not going to go to the next generation. That's why you're here. You are here to heal and you're here to play at the same time. It's not going to be boring for you once you move on, once you forgive, and once you detach. This is what this channeling is all about. Now I'm going to take out one important card from the chakra oracle, because chakra cards always give like the best guidance, so that we can have like the icing on this cake, or the cherry on the cake, or the razzle dazzle of this channeling session. Sprinkle magic, more magic to this reading. These are not just readings, these are not like just readings. These are messages which are very apt, which are very relevant for you. Okay, let me shuffle a bit more. One of my favorite deck actually, when you need the right message from universe. Despondence. Wow. So let's hear the story of despondence. First of all, we can see two people, and we do see Earth here. If you see closely, this is the picture. If it's not visible, okay, here. Despondence. So there are two people out here. One is looking very happy and the other one is not happy, just like our channeling. You got to be in this energy, the Mother Earth energy, who is enjoying, who's happy, who's asking Iris to shift. Like sometimes when we are very low, when we are in dark night phase, we just don't move. We are going to be in bad routine. We have to check ourselves. If we are in a bad routine, we don't take baths, we don't sleep on time, we don't wake up on time, we don't take proper meals, we are just stuck in a loop. It's time to get out of it. It's time to make a shift. It's time to move out from that energy. So perfect card really. For personal situations and for therapies, you can check out the description box. It has all the details. If you're from India, you have to write to me for my PAYTM and GPAY details. My email address is thesunamoon@gmail.com. Otherwise, if you're from any other country, then the PayPal link works fine with you. When you book a session, do let me know. Kindly do not share anything in advance with me. We will discuss every bit out once we get into the personal sessions. And I will see you in next video now. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.